2 Megapops is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to get 2 million or more pops with a single tower throughout the entire game. You obviously can place like lots of support towers, but one tower to get the 2 million pops. And today we're going to be doing this with Arcane Spike, paired with Wallfire. Yes, we're not going with the extra magical properties, we're going with the fire properties this time around. Thank you very much. So let's get cracking. Also, happy December 2023, everyone. This square here enables any magical towers to do +1 damage, which is very pivotal towards our successes here. Oh yes, of course. Also start on, please. Despite being a beginner map, I find this map surprisingly difficult to get the early game setup going, because we've got this issue here where the odd balloon or here and there keeps escaping. So fireball may help, but we also need to get ourselves an engineer down here so that we can one day get overclock on our intended tower for the 2 Megapop scenario of this video. I just realized I got the incorrect hero down, and I should have Geraldo, not Ben. What does Ben have to do with chimps? Only in very, very niche specific scenarios. The guided magic is coming in clutch, but now with each blast of our magic we'll be able to pop 3 pops because of where we are on the map. But we may need to invest in something else first for the back end of the map here. The rear end needs some cover, and you're just gonna not do it for us, Dark Monkey. Oh dear, round 15. This is sometimes the killer of certain runs because of the introduction of pink balloons, but I really need something else down as well. So I think a shooty turret very back here is going to provide us some means of defense if the game runs at its fast forward speed, not that little speed. But then again, it could also be down to luck as well. Luck of being able to hit the target, which sometimes these do not do at times because of how fast they go. And how many balloons is that? That is enough, which is good. Okay, Arcane Blast again. Okay, that's much better this time around. Set it to strong. Okay, Wall of Fire, lovely. Which means we'll be able to do substantially more damage now with our Wizard Monkey, as long as it continues having that Wall of Fire down. Apparently with the top half, the lifespan of our Wall of Fires is longer than if we were to like not have a cross path or go bottom cross path rather than top cross path. Not sure how this sort of stuff work. I don't look into the coding of the game and all that jazz. Okay, we're gonna place you down here because I can't be bothered to invest in something that will decamouflage balloons for any given point in time at this current stage of the game. I will do for later when it comes to like round 34, round 33. Yeah, we may need to invest in a sub. And not a subscriber, but a submarine. For these goddamn purples. But luckily this over here provides a discount for all our upgrades, which is nice. So put you on strong, so that hopefully you will target the purples. But you will also be an early means of decamification. Decamification usages, that is. Because we're going to have to wait for a while until this is up and run. Ignore what I just said. Arcane Mastery. Could we stop there? No, because we have Arcane Spike again. With Arcane Spike, we'll be even more powerful against the Mars, because this does huge damage to most balloon types. Huge? Humongous? What about infinite damage? No, that just doesn't happen. The only way you would lose then is if your projectiles miss. Okay, now that we do have this square open, which means we can put ourselves a monkey village down here and be able to buff our wizard monkey. Where's my words today? We're ready to buff. Hopefully, yeah, that kind of does that. Okay, I kind of did this a little bit late, but you know what? I don't mind. We're in this for a long run. We're going to go jungle drums first, but I honestly think we do need an alchemist for this in order to actually buff our power of our soon-to-be Arcane Spike. Just a little bit more. And then we'll also have Glue Storm as well. So we got all of these power-ups for our Wizard Monkey here. Just being close to the monkey village with jungle drums and soon to be homeland defense. Yes, homeland defense, not not call to arms, but homeland defense is where we're gonna go with this thing. We could actually put the wall of fire over here now because of the fact that it can reach over there, which is good. Beforehand it couldn't, but now it can. And also, when we get Geraldo's invisibility potion up to the white variant rather than the green one, it's probably able to reach Moabs over here as well because of their hitbox being bigger than the normal balloon. So what we're going to do for round 40? Well, we're going to be putting ourselves down an alchemist, which will not be able to hit the dark monkey with its buffs towards this. Okay, excellent. So we have ourselves the first Moab here. Let's see how we're going to fare on here. We might need to position the wall of fire differently. Position it down there, catch it. Oh, we don't even need to. That's fine. That's all good. This is fine. MIB up and running, which means all of those purple balloons will no longer be an issue for us. So we're going to go with Arcane Spike next, then an Overclock. And from there, we'll see how we go along here. Like, we don't need Geraldo at this given point in time for anything. Like, when it comes to like 2 Megapops scenarios with the Arcane Spike, Geraldo is not as pivotal towards our ability to win this as with other 2 Megapop scenarios. Like with, I don't know, a support Chinook going into special preparations as a prime example of reliance on Geraldo for your ability to pop balloons. Arcane Spike is here, which means these Moabs are no longer an issue at this given point in time. Look how quickly that pops. That's brilliant. I wonder if it would be possible to do a Super Mines 2 Megapops on this map, because you can afford a Super Mines in Chimps mode, but it's just that little bit easier on this map because of the discount square here, because it applies to all tiers, not just tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, but also tier 4 and tier 5 as well. So would it be possible to do a Super Mines 2 Megapops? Oh gosh, I wouldn't want to imagine a Super Mines 2 Tower Chimps. Like, it's only been very recently that it's discovered that it's possible to do a Sun Temple 2 TC with the Pirate Lord. Oh yeah, we can afford Overclock now, which is lovely. So BFB is going to be DEAD. Just like that. DEAD. That's a new kind of balloon. It's one that you cannot see and was already on the screen at one point. You kind of get the gist, okay? Purple balloons? Nah. Regardless, there's an MIB up and running here. One of the best friends you can ever have when it comes to a 2 Megapop scenario with the tower, which has weaknesses otherwise to certain types of balloons. Like purples in this case. Round 63, how are we going to fare here? Okay, I think we might need to invest in a glue gun or something in order to slow these down. So what I'm going to be doing is, I hope we'll be able to afford some of this in time. Oh, my overclock was off, but luckily was able to catch up with it all, which is good. I'm really surprised. I think the +1 here is super pivotal towards our success here when it came to round 63, alongside our village and the alchemist here, which is wonderful. So yeah, primary mentoring is up and running. We've got 2 different squares we're going to utilize here. This one on the left here, and this one on the right here. This is going to be our relentless glue square, and this one's going to be our glue storm square. We'll be able to get glue storm for just a little bit less money, which is lovely. And we'll be able to, by default, like, shoot faster if we're in this square here. So I'm going to try and catch it so that it's both of these, just like so. And hopefully it will be able to reach over here when it comes to the Moab. I could have put both glue gunners in the discount square, but I honestly want this Moab glue gunner to reach more places on the map, so that's why I kind of placed them over here. But I also wanted it within the range of the MIB over here, so that it can also target DDTs while they are still camofied. Like, yes, they can be decamouflaged while down here, but I kind of want to reach DDTs while they enter the map. Relentless glue up, which means all of these glued balloons will be stunned upon the point of being, well, being near a popped balloon, which is otherwise glued by a relentless glue gunner. These Crimbo trees are going down rather slowly. And I just realized this now that I picked this map for the first day of December of 2023. Kind of try to find a particular tower that I can do on this map. I'm honestly really struggling to try and work out a way in order to try and do a carpet of spikes or a perma spike to Megapops scenario. The only one I've done so far of the spike factories is the spiked mines on Resort, which I found really effective because of the layout of the map. It means that the spikes can always target the balloons in multiple ways when it comes to like its travel path. So therefore it would be able to go across first one time, second time, third time, fourth time, all the way around the map, and always a fresh pile of spikes is ready to pop the balloons, which is why I think when it comes to the spiked mines, Resort is the most friendly map because of its map layout. Glue Strike is just that little bit cheaper, and Glue Storm would normally be about 16,200, so it provides a moderate discount, which is lovely, being in the discount squares. The super effective, let's say, if you get an ice tower over here and put down a super monkey on the water platform there, because it's not just dedicated to the military towers on the water, even though by nature they're the only ones that can be put down there alongside Brickle and Pat. But anything that can be iced over here, so let's say if you put down a Arctic wind or snowstorm maps at 0, put it near here, freeze the water, and from there you'll be able to put down any tower over here. So I'd like put down a true sun god over here and be able to use up a little bit less money in the process. Another TED talk here with flare balloons. I know, this time it's a bit more of a jovial topic. I'm not concerned about the Glue Storm being in the range of a camo detection here because of the factor that its ability by default can target camo balloons. So round 78, we've got ourselves a huge bunch of ceramics over here, but it's no match for the might of our Arcane Spike paired with Wall of Fire and soon to be Glue Storm. So these debuffs and buffs on both the balloons and our Arcane Spike means we have that much more power at our disposal here. And we will soon have even more power at our disposal. Though temporarily, it can be done. Now the Moab to be popped. Usually you pop the Moab before you reach the second wave of ceramics, but because of the map layout, obviously we're dealing with it like we just did here. Okay, regrow rainbows. Usually this is a round which faces us with a lot of problems. But this, hopefully, should be very simple and straightforward. I just realized we can now afford Glue Storm, which we should have used at the very beginning of the round. But alas, we are here and we learn from our mistakes. Purchase it before using its ability. And 79 is coming to a close. Just these fortified BFBs left along with a few stragglers. That's one downside of these, is that they can prolong the round, which is not good for speedruns. Round 80. What do we have here? It's a it's a green-red boy. It becomes red when you crack it open. This is my 4th usage of Glue Storm throughout this round. I just want to test to see how many times I can use Glue Storm in this round. Because of the fact that the ZOMG travel so slowly. Okay, round 80 is a clear, which means round 81 is... Oh. I did a thing there with that. Also, I forgot about the extra range here, which we should have utilized earlier, but now we're utilizing it in the free game section of CHIMPS. And yes, sometimes we can reach over here, which is very nice, thanks to the fact that I remembered we have Invisibility Potion, which can now extend our range and not just give us camo detection by default. Sorry about that last bit of noise there. I didn't mean to send that out into the ether, but yet. These things happen. This is usually 21,600 to purchase, but because of being on this discount square, we now can buy Call to Arms for under 20k, which is lovely. And I believe Homeland Defense is at just over 38,000 on this square, whereas it would normally be over 42,000 in money. So let's see. Oh, 43,000. Yeah, 21,600 and exactly double for the Homeland Defense. Not a worry. So this would be 38,800 if my math is correct. And that it is. Yes, content creators can do math. Math as in M-A-T-H, not M-E-T-H. That's pronounced meth, and that's something entirely different, thank you very much. Round 85 presents us with the same issues that we had on round 80, but there are two of them, and hopefully it'll be marginally quicker because the travel speed has increased just a little bit. I believe it's plus 2% every round after round 80. So round 81 plus 2% travel speed. But honestly, with ZOMG, you barely notice it until like the hundreds. Call to arms, and now we're going to really see the true power of the Arcane Spike. Ditch this Arcane Mage, the Arc Mage stuff. We don't need that. Also, if we do purchase it and the round ends, then we will have to start this entire game from round 6, which is not ideal, but we sometimes live in a non-ideal world. And I say sometimes, I mean 999.9% of the time. Sorry, 99.9% of the time. Me and numbers. We are holding out surprisingly well against these 4 ZOMGs, actually. Look at that. Oh, very close. Let's use a glue storm here to slow them down. Can it arc round? Yes, it can. It can arc round. Arch round. Arc round. Arch round. I suppose it's not the worst mispronunciation, since it does have, well, technically its next stage has arch in the name. Holy crud, it just incinerated those ZOMGs there. A tier 4 tower that costs just over 10,000 in its upgrade is able to pretty much solo round 88. That's brilliant. Obviously with help of other things, but they're not the ones doing the popping. This is doing the popping. The other things are for support. But then again, we are struggling with fortifiers at the moment in a way. Yeah, Top Path Wizard is not exactly what you call the best at dealing with fortified balloons. Somehow when getting the fortified state, or fortified property, these attacks really struggle against the balloons, which is kind of surprising, but they're supposed to provide an additional chance because it takes twice as many pops in order to try and pop them all. Gotta pop on more, balloons are on. Genie bottle on, oh, not Genie, Jerry's fire. Joanna just said Genie's bottles, that's what I was thinking. Let's put a Genie bottle on our wizard. Although that would be OP if you can actually just insert a Genie bottle inside an intended tower. And then that tower gets the pops from that Genie bottle attack. That would be OP. But worth it for the 2160. More DDTs, not an issue here. Lovely. Yeah, that's why I want to Relentless Glue within the range of our middle tier monkey village, just so that we will be able to stick to those DDTs. And because of, even though it doesn't reach the other side, because of the fact that most have a bigger hitbox, it means we can hit stuff even though it technically is outside of our range. And we have just over 7k left until we can get Homeland Defense. I believe in other circumstances we wouldn't be able to get Homeland Defense, but because of a reduction of cost thanks to the square, it means we can do that successfully. Round 94 is going through very well here. Oh, they are kind of getting through. But I'm going to keep a wall of fire there because of the ZOMG. Let's try and combine as much as we can. Let's just use it right about now. Our range is really big. That's one good thing about this particular tower, is that it has a long range to it, which is very, very ideal for scenarios like this. Keep on going. Apply another overclock down. Overclock is an absolutely pivotal tower for 2 Megapops runs. Like, if you're not running overclock, then what are you doing? But then again, Spirit of the Forest doesn't need an overclock. DDTs, what can we do against these? Oh, I know what we can do. No chance. We don't need Archmage. We have Homeland Mage Fence. That was really poor of me. Homeland Mage Fence. Homeland Defense. A proper means of defending ourselves here. And I think I used that too early. Yeah, I definitely used it. I just spammed it for some odd reason, thinking I definitely need to use it. Ability can be used now. Let's use it. No, you don't always need to use it like I did there. Like a dumbass I am sometimes. And I know that that was me who did that, not the game, because I pressed 2. No, pressed 3. Keep going, keep going. The only downside is Homeland Defense is also increasing the attack rate of our strongest stimulant here, which is not ideal. Blue Storm, please slow down the ceramics. Okay, round 97. What can we do here? Well, it is ZOMG time. After 500 eons, we are finally in the range in which our Arcane Spike can start damaging these goddamn ZOMGs. And because of the fact these are fortified, it's going to take twice as much work to tear them down. If only if our Alchemist wasn't able to hit these, and they are escaping. Okay, look, it's just a red. It could have been much, much, much worse there. Oh, come on now. May need to put some back defense over here. Oh, round 98. There should be... I'm probably thinking this could be easier than round 97 in a way, but I am not going to take any chances here, and we're going to put ourselves down a snowstorm. The rest of our money is going to go into a spike storm spike factory, and then we're going to work our way from there. We do not need any balloon sabo, no, not using that. What's gone wrong here, flare balloons? Surely you would use an S-tier support tower in your endeavors, and I like to say, yes, you are correct. But it's not always needed. If you can kind of gimmick your way out of certain scenarios, let's just use that, thank you. We need to situate this down here, snowstorm, and I thought I was pressing 4, but I wasn't. I was pressing another button. Put you there, put you there. Gonna put that on there so it extends the range of our wonderful totems here, idols. Did you know they're creepy? Round 98 is... yeah, but it has its own challenges here. It's just a sheer number of RBE and the sheer amount of balloons on the track. Yeah, 8,000, that's not desirable. And they're kind of escaping. Yeah, but not kind of escaping, they are escaping. It's all down to the strongest stimulant. If we can just about reach over here, we do have Geraldo's invisibility potion applied on our lovely Arcane Spike. And we'll be able to have a better time this time now that we have kind of preemptively set it up for this round. Come on now. Keep on tearing away. Let's move the wall of fire so it's over the ZOMGs. Just rely on our bolts here to deal with the other fortified balloons. Let's freeze those for the time being. Let's glue. Yeah, is this much better? I think it is. I think it is anyways. It might not actually be better, but I think it's a much better attempt at this round than it has been otherwise. Yes, that should settle the round here. Look, bolts here. What were you doing? There were ceramics that leaked, you know. Let's hold Snowstorm when we really need to use it. Once they get out of range and all that jazz, let's use it now while they're still in their weakest Moab blimp form. But still, they're kind of escaping here. Okay, I think we're in the... Yeah, we're definitely in the clear now. Now Geraldo's shop is complete, we will be able to put down everything else that we want to put down. I think. Yeah, let's put this one down over here as well, just in case. So, we have fortified DDTs here. I honestly just want to use the Glue Storm and the Snowstorm against the DDTs. And just rely on everything else. Like, I want Homeland Defense ready for round 100 here. But can we do that? Oh, you're nearly at 10,000 pops. It's great. So Homeland Defense and Glue Storm for a contribution towards your pop count, my... Well, I was going to say my friend there. You know, my friend, when you're buffing this, I wish I was a setting where I can tell you not to attack balloons. Like, that would be very ideal for very specific circumstances. Like, do Megapops. I forgot to set up for this round, actually. When I said we didn't need Balloon Sabo, yeah, we're going to be having Balloon Sabo. Do not worry about that. So let's use Homeland Defense first, and then we should use the Spike Storm. Because it means we'll have 100% more output per ability if we do that. So, let's see how we go along with all this. I don't know why the water fire is not over here. That seems to happen every time you despawn out of the map. Another one. If I can actually press it, that would be great. I wonder if using the Rejuve potion would have been better for this scenario here. Because I honestly think that it might be the case here, because this is making it very far. So, yeah, I'm going to restart this, but rather than putting down the Balloon Sabo, I'm going to use a Rejuve potion to replenish our Homeland Defense and the wonderful Spike Storm ability. There we go, pop that down, use everything else at our disposal here. What else can we do? Let's see, another one of you, so that hopefully we'll be fully ready for when the ZOMGs start coming back around again. So, yeah, I think we're ready. Ready for the off, and we've done it. Yep, 2 Megapops with Arcane Spike with the support of a wonderful Homeland Defense, which is very situational because you would just settle with call to arms and then go for stuff like Sabos and Absolute Zero rather than investing in Homeland Defense, but because of the price of it in this particular square, it was really helpful here. So this is one of those scenarios where Rejuve Potion is absolutely needed in order for this to be able to work properly, and it has done so. Arcane Spike, Wall of Fire. Wall of Fire definitely the better cross path because, well, we have more forms of attack rather than trying to go for Archmage and gain the Dragon's Breath from there, but you don't get the Wall of Fires, you just get extra magical properties and that little bit more more range of attack. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been a 2 Megapops with Arcane Spike. I am looking to do another map next, which I have not yet done a 2 Megapops scenario on so far. So we haven't done with Tree Stump or In the Loop or the Cabin or Skates. Done one on Winter Parks with Monkey Pirates, done 2 on Card, haven't done one on Park Path or Alpine Run or Hedge or End of the Road. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video and let me know what I could have done to improve in the future aside from some of those failures. Obviously, timing is everything when it comes to like abilities. And speaking of timing, since it's the festive season, you can help a little boy like me out by using my creator code whenever you purchase anything from the store. But you can support any creator by using their creator code. Doesn't have to be mine, but any other creators. So thank you all so much for watching and see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching and take care of yourselves, everybody.